Immaculate Trial Dungeon. We'll talk to the rat before using the statue. Meteor Grenade. Expels a fiery mayhem, which will rain down deal 60 points more or less fire damage. Create fire surfaces. Haven't seen this before. How the hell do you make these? It's usually a combination of two items, so how do you make the more complex ones? Well, there's always a chance you can't actually make them.
Help! I'm lost! I was trying to get to the hidden Immaculate Village. Is this the way?
Holy handgun.
Report, Scout!
Meteor Grenade. Okay, we can clearly go in this direction. It's the only direction we can go to. I still think we probably want to do something with the statue. Probably necessary to open the door. I haven't read the book, so I have no real idea what I'm supposed to do.
Turn and go, Seeker. You have come here before your time. Only those who have passed the priest's test of knowledge in Silver Glen may proceed.
So you're literally not gonna let me pass. Fuck level 1. Get through that no matter what we do. It's full of poison. Igniting it might not be a smart thing to do. There's just so much of it. Game mechanics wise, it probably doesn't matter. Was I imagining poison gas? Does it go on and off somehow?
Look at the floor. The stone is black as night.
Sinister place, this corridor of bane.
It's a trap!
Leeches.
Oh! I don't feel so good.
So we're supposed to have the rod, but we already have the skill. So I don't think we actually... Well, I'm not seeing any kind of a negative. Right. What's the note? Ah, another victory for Mendius, as this pompous Loic fellow has agreed to join the Fabulous Five. All I must do in return is join his little cult. No matter, I will pass their trials with ease, and then I'll have another dupe at my beck and call. I fear I may have spoken too soon. This strange affliction is rotting me from the inside out. If I don't leave this dark hole alive, I wish my secret stash at the tree stump near the bellowing troll to be delivered to my mother, Gregia of Grockham. Tell her Mendy loves her. Secret unlocked.
Careful!
Welcome, initiates, to the Chamber of Burdens. Only those who can balance the weights of knowledge will see the walls of ignorance evanesce afore their eyes.
Okay. There seems to be buttons here. Balance this or that to make progress. Storm Trap Toolkits.
Careful! I've spotted a trap!
Really get the purpose of the traps. Because there's too few of them. They probably aren't individually enough to kill anyone, so they can always just heal up. There's no fight, so they're not really. They're more of a annoyance than any real obstacle. 0%. %200% plus. So we need to put the correct items in correct places. I don't understand how I know the percentage intuitively, but apparently I do. Once we do the correct thing, force field will drop very likely. There's quite a few buttons too. We'll have to be careful not to break vases or things like that. There's no telling what the thing is or things are that we need to actually use. So try to keep everything as intact as possible until we get to testing.
This seems to be broken.
No shit.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
Yeah, I don't get why I can use the broken items. Okay, why is this place here? It's a dead end away from everywhere else. Doesn't seem to have it. Well, it could. If we need to do something with the vases and the like, it might be because of that. There's no traps here, so these would be safe from any accidental explosions. Pretty sure I have this.
Rot's pretty awful, but I've seen Brandon wield Tenebrium without contracting so much as a sore toe.
I think I got very lucky about the fact that I did the Brandon's job and learned Tenebrium handling before coming here. Otherwise I would very likely have Rot on everyone and I would have to do all this under some kind of a time constraint or something. And only the Immaculates would have the ability to heal me. Now I don't have to give a shit.
Careful! I've spotted a trap.
Button.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
Why the button? We have obvious switches here that we need to work with, so I can't imagine the button being necessarily related in any way to what we're supposed to do in this room.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Why would I worry about the trap? Although I'm not sure how much damage they'll do, so... Enchant paper with pixie dust to make a setting suitable for the magic that will flow through you. Once you've set magical quill to magical paper, allow your spirits to guide you. Surprise is magic's most endearing element. A warning. You will never leave this dungeon alive. Well, that's not really a warning, more of a threat. In order for it to be a warning, I would have had to have it before I actually game into the dungeon itself. Chaos rules Babylon. By Demona. The book describes a time when the Damned One will overthrow the Divine One and chaos will finally be victorious over law and order. We can't be sure whether the author wishes this to happen or thinks this eventually will happen. Fate reads like prophecy. Sounds important. Book of the Immaculates too. Probably should read this. Second. Once an initiate understands the basic premise of the enlightened way, he or she is ready to begin receiving energy through blood. By releasing this energy, the higher being grants a great blessing to the lower one. When the initiate is ready, he or she will be asked to create a bloodstone from starstone. Once this rite is successfully performed, all Immaculates rejoice, for they have a new sibling among them. The initiate is honored as an Immaculate, one cleansed by blood made holy by its transfer to a higher being. Right, this I would assume the switch reveals some kind of a hidden thing.
Insight of Maxos.
Maybe like a little bit of a loot box.
Now to find out what effect that had.
Yeah, that seems to be the problem in many cases. Yeah, that looked a little bit suspicious to me. Bucket with water. Water balloons. I've been wishing these. Could we use intestines on water or something to create water balloons? There are better ways to do it, but that would require Scarlet to switch to a bow. That's not always. You always don't have the action points to do it, so the water balloons would be nice in those cases. Why was this here? It had a bucket of water, a water balloon, and that's more or less it. This is a little bit suspicious looking again, but not that badly. And I see something here I wouldn't otherwise see. Doesn't seem like it. Why was this even hidden? I'll take the water bucket. It could have enough weight for one of the switches. I can't really see any other use for this. I'm also picking up the warning. I don't really have a use for it, but we have no idea of telling what exactly is required on those buttons or pressure plates. I think there are at least 3. Empty base. How does that sound? 200%. I need a... Okay, this has a weight of what? Doesn't show. 0.01 tea herbs. Right, so 1%. Overall weight of 1. Suppose it doesn't have to be a singular item, but antlers, no real use for these. This looks like it's a little bit bigger, so it might require a heavier item. Yeah, it's still 1%, so this is quite a heavy item. Base is 60%. Put something in a base. More like a question of what I would want to give up. I usually don't carry too much pointless crap with me, but now that would be very useful. Vase is not good enough. Need to see the weights of these things. 5. I picked up something else. Seven and a half. So I think if we put something in a heavy barrel, we'll get fairly close to what we need here. At least one more. Again, this seems a little bit smaller. %. Are there any others? One more. Yeah, this is another light one. How much does a bucket of water weigh? 2.
There we are. We can continue further down this dungeon.
I wonder what's next.
Not exactly bad, but occasionally do these non-combat challenges. Good use of the game engine.
Welcome, initiates, to the Hall of Vigilance. Observe, bear witness, or brave the biting shades of failure.
So, traps if you don't spot things, I would assume. Forage, effects unknown. Yeah. Unexpected item. First pot of porridge I've seen. So I'm just wondering, is it just because I've been lucky or unlucky before, or does the porridge actually have some kind of use here? Definitely going to put perception boost on people now. We're supposed to observe things. It could also be pay attention to visual cues. So it might not be all that obvious what I'm supposed to keep an eye out on. Quite a lot of switches in different positions. Assuming this is where we need to go. Okay, different positions. I more or less think that's the solution. Question is, what happens if you do the incorrect ones? Incorrect positioning.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
Seems indeed. Static cloud. Blind.
This seems to be broken.
Okay, this has to be the key to all this. And interact with these. So, 3 something sequence. Right, I'm guessing we need to have these matched positions of the picture, then we pull this. We've done everything correctly, we will basically move forward. If we screw things up, we will be punished. Possibly by a very nasty trap. Large magical armor portion, plus 20 armor for 5 turns. That's most of the fight, and plus 20 points of armor could actually provide a significant boost to your survivability. The rest of this is crap. Okay, I think I have the gist of this thing. Could be wrong, I suppose. I don't think I'm totally incorrect, but there could be some kind of finer point that I'm missing.
This seems to be broken.
Okay. Three positions. I'm not quite sure what do they correspond to. I'm guessing there's 1, 2, and 3. So this is probably in the middle position already. I would imagine it's now correct. Doesn't look exactly right, but it would correspond to the correct positions in my opinion. We'll see. Door unlatch. So good so far. Yeah, I think this is where we need to go, because there's the Star Stone. So this would be a dead end of some sort. Medium fire resistance. That it?
Whole world revealed before you!
Starstone used up. Wonder what we can do with the inert stones.
I heard starstones fell from the heavens, but these immaculates hardly have the divine in mind when they bleed us over them.
Book of the Immaculates. I think I've read this before. Though the Tenebrium made the miners ill, though the rot plagued them, they would be saved. The conduit came bearing a shard of starstone and demonstrated that by sacrificing haven't we done this? Sacrifice little things for the greater good of all. Summon fire element. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Seems to be a lot of options where to go to. You know, they both go to the same place. No? Yes? I'm not sure. Okay. Reorienting myself. I can go south. That's where most of the good paths go. That it. Right. No. I think this path is supposed to go to the beginning. I've been here before. It's a quick exit path. Right. So what's the little bit of extra that you can go do here? Water arrow. I don't like the place. Everything's so dark here, it's up for me to figure out what the hell am I even looking at most of the time. It's the floor, it's so dark and shiny. Not like it pisses me off too much, but not a pleasant thing to look at anyway. What is that? Chicken.
Proud and healthy human, you are not sick, you are not poisoned. I beg of you, don't kill this humble chicken. Let me live and I'll lay you a fresh egg each and every morning. No sunny side up taste as good as mine do.
Yeah, we are not sick or gravely injured, so I suppose there's no reason to slaughter this animal.
We're not sick or gravely injured, so I suppose there's no reason to slaughter this animal.
Doing so would be senseless cruelty indeed.
Holy hands, how I give you thanks, darling friend of fowl. Countless chicks would have been orphaned, but for you, bless you, oh, bless you. Go on, like all the rest then. Bleed that hen and make your precious bloodstone. You'll get your due comeuppance.
Path forward. Lucula portal temple door. Okay. It's hard to open. It is impossible. Lock level 666. Or practically impossible. We do have a scroll, but I would never waste on something like this. It's probably a switch or a key anyway. Unreadable. More skulls. Okay, what is this? This book is unreadable. Okay. I think this is not the first one that I've had. Love grenade. Water wand and a helmet. Constitution +1, 41 armor class. Bad. It's better than this. Better armor class and +1 constitution is much more hit points than 40.
This place is so gloomy.
Perception +2
and full of
wand.
bloody bird
Ice
butchers.
elemental. Alternatively leadership. It's okay. Look at the Immaculate's 3. Once the Immaculate has practiced bringing energy to higher beings through the stones, he or she begins to wonder, can one Immaculate deserve the energy of another? One must tread light as a feather when considering this question. Some aspects of sacrifice are simple. The life of a chicken, a rabbit, a pig is worth less than that of a man. This much we know. The human has every right to the blood of that creature if that blood may heal or sustain him. Might it not follow then that a man can be chicken-like, rabbit-like, pig-like enough that a higher being deserves his blood? Fourth book of the Immaculates seeks to answer this question. So do I need the do I basically need a vial of blood to make any kind of progress here? To make the bloodstone to open the door? There is a Immaculate Trial Dungeon marker there. That's the entrance area. That is literally the entrance area, so what is the point of this door? We can go there by simply... No, this is different. This is the only path through. It looks like you are not getting through unless you're willing to do the sacrifice. Not particularly interested. We can get...
Striking it rich!
Okay, why? That's an empty vial. Why are you striking it rich? Maybe you can only get the blood through a dialogue interaction type of thing. Although it's not strictly speaking fully blocked, but in reality it is. I was thinking of the possibility of just teleporting past this. This could go to a very specific place. Place we want to go. Right, there's an invisible wall here. So I do see it. It's... Valley targets. Yeah, that's what I thought. Out of sight or blood. Guess we'll have to leave things. So I'm not that keen on joining the Immaculates anyway. Also, we can get the necessary ingredients somewhere else. I came here to find the mage anyway, who was connected to the Troll King. I did get the Star Stone, so it was this was a mandatory place more or less to come to. Might as well go and take a look at the End of Time, see what's changed there. Right. We're not still abandoning this entirely. The thing is, there's quite a few of those things that I've sort of put back in the backlog that I might come back to later, like a lot of the treasure room robbing and things like that. I haven't forgotten them, but at the same time, I'm increasingly seeing no real point to them. So there's a good chance I might never return to those things anymore. They're not totally forgotten still, so if there's some kind of reason for us to do that, I might still go back to them. It's a good rope. Considering our ropes are pretty terrible. At the same time, I'm not gonna get enough armor rating out of them to really make it kind of a difference. So, what changed?
Dear Starstone Commanders, I do apologize for the state your homestead is currently in. It's like a zoo in here, or worse, an imparium.
There are a lot of imps here now.
That's right. These red little blighters appeared as out of nowhere when another one of the portals became active. God 7 or 700. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's imps.
Aye, Captain.
So, we've stumbled upon a dimension of imps, have we?
Stumbled, yes! The exact word. A stab in the dark that I wish had simply gotten rid of them all. This is the end of time, for heaven's sake. Not an impish daycare center.
Hey, tell me a bit more about this band of zigzags.
Band of? Why, I'm not one of them. Not one of those exiles that were slaves to demons and their own inadequacies. But talk to them if you must hear their history. I haven't the stomach for the vagaries of my own species. No. What I need is the sound of a symphony, a whiff and a swig of old tasty wine, and above all, a shelter away from imps.
Fair enough.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it?
Oh my word! Oh my heavens! A source hunter! Careful, I'm losing my breath. Too much air. Oh!
Great Nil Tov.
Say, have you seen my magic
Huge
box? It's got
healing
all
potion.
kinds of wonders stashed
Prison
inside.
or something like that. I thought large would have
You
been
know
the
what,
biggest
Gray?
one.
Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
Large water resistance. A very large size elixir that restores your vitality. It makes a soft tinkling sound when you shake it. I want it.
Aye, Captain.
Till that, well, I could trade in other stuff, I suppose.
I'm the imp of the year. Every year. Every year, I said.
If I trade in the orcish armor, I don't have to pay anything. Alternatively, just some random crap. I don't actually have all that much random crap. I'll pay your money. Okay, easy, Sir Imp. You didn't work yourself up, so...
Phew! Right you are, of course, Source Hunter. But I've a propensity for hyperventilation whenever I'm faced with my ultimate heroes. I've heard that without you, all of Riverlon would be flying fast forward towards its doom.
Hi! Hello, 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 Source Hunter!
Who could be? Tell me about yourself.
I'll tell you whatever you like, friendo, but it'll cost you. Oh, but when you give me that look, I can't help but offer you my finest deal. My love story for a simple shrunken dwarf's head. How's that for a trade? Say, did you know I can fly straight up from here to eternity? It's true. What? See? I was back before your puny human eyes even knew I was gone. Oh, don't go. Please, I'll show you a trick. Look. 1, 2, 3, and... now your name is Freddy. Amazing, isn't it?
Are we near a...
No need for shoving now. There's enough of the imp of the year to go around.
Oscar Majestic. Now they have more of huge healing potions. I'm not sure if I want too many, they're fairly expensive. But the second one wouldn't hurt.
Have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside. You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
Way too many air balloons.
Doom! Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
But they all do different things.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So you are the imp of the year, are you?
Every year. But don't call me majestic for nothing, dear. Now, where have I left that bottle?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I've a great many questions for you, if you've the time to answer them.
How can I help?
Well, to start, I do quite wonder how this place came to be. A shelter plane at the end of time? Incredible! Next, I'm curious if you could tell me the exact weight of your partner. I'm guessing somewhere in the area of 24,670 raccoons, but I can't be totally certain. If you had time, I'd also like to inquire after your dear mother. How is her health these days? And that rash on her right cheek? Healed, I presume? And finally, compasses. How in the God's 7 names do they work?
I'm sorry, Sir Imp, but I must take my leave.
And so the mystery is remain?
Yeah.
I'd say hello, but I'd much rather say heaven oh! Get it? Get it? Yeah, you get it.
You can keep your huge healing potion. Tell me about yourself.
Listen to this one. What do you call an imp that hasn't got any eyes? An imp? And here's one for you. What do you call a selfless imp? An imp? Hey,
Right.
that leaf doesn't belong to you, eh?
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a...
Found any interesting treasure, Source Hunter? Anything you'd like to share?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I had the most beautiful dream, Source Hunter. A great fist.
Don't let it get away. Party animal.
Say, have you seen my magic box? You know it's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside. A joke or two. Free on a good day.
Party animal goes to Forbidden Zone.
Doom!
It's you! What sort of excellent collectibles have you found? Oh, I had the most beautiful dream, Source Hunter. A great fist came down from on high, unfolded before me, and in its palm lay a beautiful golden box. Carefully, I lifted its lid, and inside were treasures of every make and kind. Maps, poems, paintings. I cradled each treasure carefully, enthralled, and oh, how I wept light when I walk.
Psst. Strange. I'm zapping you just as hard as my finely tuned mental prowess allows, yet I can't seem to singe a single hair on your head.
Yeah, I wouldn't go around attempting to do violence to source hunters if I were you.
No, not violence. Zapping, explosions, bloody mist and other beautiful bits flying into high heaven. Ah, bliss!
I think I've talked to all of them. It's hard to say though.
Hello. Yes, please do make yourself at home. This is your home after all, isn't it?
Can you tell me about the recent events?
Recently what?
Events, my good imp. What can you tell me about recent events?
Oh, events. Well, we imps are quite happy here indeed. We've been chased all over Rivellon, but I don't think the Watch will find us here.
So, party animals poof into existence and go here.
Hello, my friend. Well, to start, I do quite wonder. Next, and if you had time, I'd also like to inquire. And finally, and so the... I is for horses. Maybe I ought to say cheese sandwich instead. Ha! Listen to this one. What are you, Annam? And here's one.
Every year, I say
Oh, recently what? Oh, it...
Okay. This is probably not related to recent changes.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes.
Usually there's a new portal of some sort. What is this? Hall of Dark, so I've been here. Dark Underlord.
What a wonderful place this is. A lovely locale to rest my weary belly. Far better than the hellish plains we imps are used to. Yes, I think we'll stick around. With your approval, of course. What's that? We have it. Marvellous.
Magic box.
Invisibility
It's got all
potion.
kinds of wonders stashed inside.
5-turn invisibility.
Aren't you going to leap through? Who knows?
I'd really
what
like to
wonder
learn how to
awaits
do
you?
something like this. The bottle appears to be empty, but
Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows
okay.
what wonder
Zigzags is
awaits
rather
you?
apprehensive of you. Why is that?
No, that hoity-toity historian thinks he's so much better than us demon thralls just because he was never actually enthralled by demons. And yet he's no more than a lackey to the gods, isn't he? What's the difference?
Okay, how about you tell me your story?
Nothing.
For it, I think it is an elaborate one.
Right you are. Grab a drink, sit you down, and lend me all the ears you have. We imps, you see, are a mixed breed of demons and some other long-forgotten race, which means we aren't as evil as the devils that begot us. But I'll be damned twice over if we aren't as clever. We hail from the realm of Nemesis, where demons have ruled supreme since, well, forever, really. Their knowledge of secrets and arcane scholarship is unparalleled. As unparalleled, in fact, as our inquisitiveness. Now, curiosity may have killed the cat, poor thing, but it enslaved us imps as well. We were blinded by the promises of knowledge the demons dangled in front of our eager faces.
So you made a deal with
Magic
demons.
box. It's got all
Not a
kinds
very
of
smart
wonders
move.
stashed inside.
Yes, well, in hindsight it wasn't. But it seemed like a good idea at the time. Here's what happened. In return for our fair share of demonic knowledge, all of us imps had to sign our names in an indestructible book called the Codex, which was to be considered an oath of servitude, a contract of give and take for mutual benefit, and signed out of free will. Fools that we were, we readily agreed, and thereby signed our way into slavery. For we had to do everything the demons told us to, and they, in turn, shared very little knowledge with us indeed.
And yet here you are.
Well, quite so. That's because one day, a particularly clever imp amongst us devised an escape plan. If we would be able to steal the Codex and disappear with it, the demons would no longer be able to lay claim on us, for without the proof of the Codex, the contract between us would be broken. One night, as the demons lay sleeping after a most sordid orgy indeed, we stole the Codex and fled from Nemesis through a rift. Ever since then, we've been on the run, for our masters swore they'd return the Codex to Nemesis so they can claim our servitude once more. So all we do is run and hide ad nauseam. Eternal fugitives are we.
From your story I gather the Codex is your lifeline to freedom, so where is it?
Kind of got lost, to tell you the truth. That's what happens after generations of flight. Things get misplaced. And yet, wherever that bloody book may be, up until now, the demons still haven't found it. So, good news there. Only a matter of time until they do, though. Unless, of course, time ends first. Wouldn't that be a stroke of luck?
Sap a human to vapor.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder
Okay, let's
what
go
they'll
see
say.
what's in the Hall of Darkness. Demon, probably. Could use some bones
I
from the
sense
bone.
an eerie presence here.
Yes, like creepy crawlies down the spine. Demons.
Demons. Yep. Moloch. Doesn't look all that dangerous to me. Only vulnerabilities to Librium and normal weapons. No magic can touch it. Unless we reduce the resistances first. Doesn't look like this is an encounter, a hostile encounter. And we're not gonna do a deal with them.
You do not disappoint. I knew you would come this way. Room by room you encroach upon this territory, woefully torn from time.
The Tribe.
No, you do not disappoint. Something much more harmful still. You excruciate beyond all thinkable bearing. You have our thankfulness, our eternal gratitude, the acknowledgement of the void. So why do you fight us? Why do you stand against the promise of oblivion? Relent, Guardians, relent. You did your duty long, long ago. Do not undo what had to be done.
My duty? I wonder what he meant by that.
And I wonder why we had the thanks of those that long for the end of time.
I want to know what the offer is, even. Will they relate to the imp somehow?
I didn't expect to find the likes of you here. Fallen stars, forgotten angels from on high. How long has it been? An age? An eon? But you've changed quite considerably, I see. Yes, the divine is but a glimmer in the farthest reaches of your gaze. Well, perhaps I can help you. One of your kind ought to be a bit stronger of arm. A bit quicker of wit, after all. And we are all counting on you, sir.
Right, so tell me about yourself.
My autobiography will hardly serve you. What's far more relevant is what I see in you. Quite crucial, your survival, isn't it? And you do seem such a reasonable sort to boot. There's very little pleasure greater than dealing with a reasonable sort, I find.
So what exactly are you offering?
Yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better.
Character remake? Boost reputation, improve primary attributes, find some... I'd like to find some ability points? What the fuck does that mean? I'd like to redistribute my talents, abilities, and primary attributes. I would imagine it's a deal with the devil if you do it, so I think I might take the offer. I mean, let's look at the offers more closely some other time, but I don't particularly care for it. Seems like it's a character redesign option, more or less. Maybe an extra attribute point or a few ability points in exchange for something. I really shouldn't ask though. Simply because it might trigger certain options, just ask. I don't have to agree to anything.
Pleasure to see you again. Yourself redone, of
Okay,
course.
what about ability
Your
points?
very parts and pieces reorganized. I'd quite like to help you, my friend. But unless you've got a mark of talent to spare, no deal can be struck.
Mark of talent. Okay, what about primary attributes?
I'd quite like to help you, my friend. But unless you've a mark of ability to spare, no deal can be struck.
Reputation.
Butcher giving you dirty looks. Beggars spitting at your feet. I can certainly help you with that. But you'll have to offer me something in return. Everything has its price, after all.
So, certain type of marks can be traded for other things. I can redesign my character, and I can buy reputation by sacrificing attribute points. I'm sure it'll have a lot of use for... It'll basically, to me, seems like you can fix any problems you found in your character.
This wonder of a realm, it's like a slice of freedom.
Don't really see the utility of these now. I still want to talk what the imps mean with the other people over in here. I don't think we got anything useful out of this. The service provided is useful, I just don't have a need for it at the moment.
What's the word, Source Hunter?
Welcome you back to your homestead, but it seems the Imparium on the Imp plane at the end of Imp, most certainly.
All kinds of wonders stashed inside.
It would seem even a demon. Okay. Even a demon resides here at the end of time.
Aye, one can't quite get around demons these days. Luckily, old Moloch is as gentle as, well, not a lamb exactly, more as a starved lion, but that is still exceptionally meek as demons go. His powers are formidable, but don't let him deceive you. For all that he grants, he grabs something in return. Quid pro quo is his motto. Always remember that.
I wonder what the character redesign would cost. Update on my progress.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
There are quite a number of imps here, my most honored guest. Threads I weave and tales I see.
Tell me about Moloch.
Will I tell Moloch? I know of him. He has a kind soul. In as far as kindness has least to dwell within the confines of a demon's body. He is kind in that he is honest. For that which you give, you will receive something in return with no strings attached. No unpleasant threads for me to weave. Not always was he so, no. He was true to his vicious nature. But during the Great War on Chaos, he, supposedly immortal, found himself on his back, with your sword halfway down his throat. You saw the fear in his eyes, the incomprehensibility of death and defeat, and so you took pity on him. He hasn't forgotten your kindness and became somewhat kind in return. A demon redeemed.
How can I help you, my friend?
Think I could fly straight to the void?
I think there's anything of real interest here for us.
All the way up!
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
Resurrect scrolls.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes
Okay,
to
I
zap
think
a
we're good for now.
human to vapor.
How did you find high behind this time
No
of year,
use for the
dear
annoying
Clara?
imps either.
Monster impact.
What exactly are we doing? Initiation. Right, so we can't finish it unless we do the sacrifice.
A bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a...
Do you really think he'd let me in on it in advance if he'd been planning an affair with your sister?
That's a nice thing, doesn't
He
it?
wouldn't have been murdered, resurrected, and pursued by the bringer of the apocalypse as a result now, would he?
Where's the Troll King? We did the Troll's bounty, but we haven't done the Troll itself. Crap.
You know what, Greg? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke.
What is
We on a
it?
good day.
Cooler Forest. No, it's probably Goblin Village with best place. I don't know. It seems like it's somewhere on this map. I just don't know where. There's a couple of places I haven't looked where there were still the spider eggs, so I'm inclined to go there. And even if we have to start fighting with the spiders a little bit, I don't particularly care. They're mostly dealt with already. So there's their queen is somewhere, and then there's like a couple of eggs, and that's it. Either way, I'll leave things here. I thought there was some place close by that I haven't really visited. Right, this. There were at least a couple of unexplored items here. There's a lot of spider webbing, so... if nothing else, we'll cleanse the eggs out of this area. Hopefully we'll get some kind of reaction out of the spiders because of them. If not, then not. What is that? It's Frederick. What is a Frederick? I don't know.
At last, it him!